Calloway and others created space for their own black identity, even within the profoundly cramping style of European notions of what was appropriate. And this is always the struggle of black art, is to at one sense, appeal to white culture and style and aesthetic, and at the same time make them believe that they were having a tour of blackness.
I'm misbehaving, saving my life.
Louis Armstrong was probably one of the first black artists to receive massive white support.
Oh, Dinah, Dinah, oh, Dinah, oh, Dinah.
Louis Armstrong was so good as a jazz musician. It was hard for anybody that liked music not to pay attention to him, whether they liked him or not.
He revolutionized every aspect of the music. He revolutionized harmony, melody, rhythm. He also revolutionized the conception of the music because he was the first great jazz soloist. He put himself as the individual front and center.
What kind of piano playing is that?
That's Chicago style.
What's the name of that piece? I bet it's something about the blues.
That's the honky-tonk train blues.
We should get friendly. My name's Satchel. Now the pale moon shining on the fields below. The darkest critics on storm below.
Louis Armstrong was a revolutionary in his art, but in his image, I think a lot of black musicians from later generations considered him to be a sort of Uncle Tom.
Hollywood had created this picture of an Uncle Tom, the happy-go-lucky, contented Negro. Louis Armstrong was in these motion pictures.
Oh, chocolate drop, that's me, 'cause my hair is burning. Just because my teeth are burning.
Louis Armstrong was seen as someone who would do anything to please his audience, even if that meant doing things which were demeaning to himself as a black man.
Here he was doing something that virtually all jazz musicians during that time also did. They would be on stage and they'd have to be mugging. They had to be smiling and slapping and doing all this stuff that was part of the show. But now Louis Armstrong does it in a way that is broader. And now come the criticisms. How does this look? How does this make us look as a race?
Of all the people that loved Louis Armstrong for his musicianship, there were those that said that he carried on a degrading manner on stage. And it wasn't untrue to a degree, but it was also unfair. What I can best do is relate a story. One of my early employers, Art Blakey, great jazz drummer, and he used to always play the drums and smile when he played, and he'd stick his tongue out like that. And one day I came in and said, "Man, why are you doing all that, man? You're a great drummer, man. You ain't got to do this, clowning act for these damn fools, man." And he said, "You feel comfortable saying that to me, huh?" I said, "Yeah, I feel comfortable saying it to you. You need to do better than that." He says, "Well, the thing that you fail to understand is that when I was your age, to say that you said you would be rewarded with either being fired if you were in New York or hung if you were in the South. And what you need to do is be more appreciative of all the people who had to degrade themselves so your little smart aleck ass could sit here and talk to me." And he slapped me in the head with it so hard that I'd never really thought about that. And Louis Armstrong, in terms of his social demeanor, was a victim of his times. If Louis Armstrong had gone on stage like Charlie Parker did in 1941, in 1921, or 1927, he would have never got a job.